All right, welcome to a very special road trip edition of For the Record. We're trying something a little bit new from a technology standpoint. We are attempting to record on the road. Hopefully, the audio quality doesn't suffer too much from it because we are on our way to our annual end of season golf trip.
Golf trip, golf trip, golf trip.
Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop.
We've got some good segments that are particularly lined up for this road trip. And I think we also have kind of our season-ending competition updates to give because the line in the sand needs to be drawn.
Yeah.
And see where we're at.
But before we start anything else, I just need to send some kudos to Eric's way. He is driving right now on the road. He went out to his car last night or the day before and has literally dismantled our studio and somehow assembled it in the cab of his Nissan. And so we are sitting here with these armatures and nice microphones and headphones, and it's not unsafe. Literally, we are driving through the middle of nowhere. It's a 2-lane road. I'll be shocked if we see another car anywhere. But just well done, Eric. I mean, that's an impressive engineering feat.
We were going back and forth trying to figure the best way to do this. And we're like, do we try lavalier mics? Do we try what else? And ultimately we decided that the mics that we use in our studio is the best bet we have. And Eric's like, I got you.
Yeah, I figured I could give it a try, and if it didn't work, I'd take it back out. No harm, no foul.
Well, it is awesome, and we must look quite the sight to anybody who may happen to pass.
I don't know if you guys noticed when we got gas.
Yeah, that lady next to us was giving us the eye.
She's like, what in the world?
What is going on in that car?
Yeah.
All right, so before we get down to St. George, we have some hours of driving ahead of us. We do need to wrap up the competition. Now, I have been encouraging Eric to go play a solo round sometime when he could get away from a lunch break, and I think I managed to talk him into it. And then somehow his solo round didn't end up being a solo round. So you want to give me the story behind that?
Well, I had Monday off. It was Indigenous Peoples Day, and so my work had it off. But my kids still had school, and my wife was working. And so I invited Cody because I knew he had a little bit more flexibility.
I didn't know I was supposed to say no.
No, you didn't have to say no.
Well, John Paul's like, he's supposed to go by himself, man.
No, it's fine. It's fine. And so we got in a round. We went, it was a Monday. I was expecting there to be nobody, but we somehow got right behind an old foursome that were just slower than cold molasses going up a tree, as my dad would say. And it made it really rough. It was also very, very windy. And so the front nine was so slow and so windy that Cody and I just kind of played around. We weren't really counting it as a score counting round. The back nine, though, which was actually the front nine, because they started us off the back and then we went to the front.
We decided to reset and like, okay, reset the round. Let's see if this is going to be a score counting round.
Yeah.
And it was.
It was. And I played pretty good. My driver was on fire. My irons were okay. I was trying something new with my irons, and it didn't work out. I'm just going to go back to my regular swing. And then my chipping was fine, but the hard part with the chipping, I talked with John Paul about this earlier. I watched a thing with Rick Shields where he got a lesson, and they showed the wrists of how he was chipping, and I do that exact same thing because I try to pop my wrists in a specific way to get more power. And they showed, and they're like, that's the opposite of what you want when you're chipping, because when you're chipping, you want your ball to go up, and I don't get it up. And so even though I have spin on it, it never stops. And so I'm gonna try messing with that a little bit.
Yeah. On that quick note, just really quickly, it's interesting that you saw a video about that because I read an article about that, and it was one of the premier lady players. Now I can't remember, but she was talking about chipping in the latest golf magazine. And she was talking about that in order to, like if you're hitting with a 52-degree wedge, if you present the toe more towards the ground, it'll keep a lower trajectory. So if you're hitting a low shot, you want your wrists a little bit more forward.
Yeah, and that's what I do every time.
And that will put the toe of the club down. But if you want more loft and you want to get it higher, you want to present the heel, and so you kind of drop your hands a little bit further down and present the heel of the club a little bit more to expose some of the bounce, and you'll get more air. So it's interesting that you ran across something parallel to that.
Yeah, so this trip, that's what I'm going to be trying. I also have a proposition for you, gentlemen. We've talked about going to a golf store when we get there. If we could do that, that would be great, because if I can get any wedge that's better than the one I have, I'm going to go for it.
Wedge Antilles?
I might not be able to get all the wedges that I need, but if I can get at least one, I want to start that progression.
I think if we could put a 52 in your hand, it would go a long way.
Yeah, and right now, I was talking with Cody about it during the round. My 52 and my 60, I have such a hard time with, because I don't trust the 52 because it will never stop. And the 60 is not the right club. It's not the one that I need.
You need a 58.
And
you
so,
need a 52-58 combo.
Yeah. So we'll see what we can get.
Okay. How about the score on that round? Where did you land, kind of the end of your handicap wise?
I got a 49, and my handicap dropped.
Woohoo!
I am at a 30.4 now, I believe.
Excellent.
And then so that drops me. I started at a 31.5, I believe.
Yep.
So it's a 1.1 drop.
Excellent. Well done.
Awesome.
Okay, Cody, tell me about your adventure.
So my background with Eric, it went quite well. Driver behaved, and my irons were really good. I really only had one blow-up hole. That was a triple. Everything else was par or bogey.
Excellent.
And I carded a 43.
Ooh.
And I dropped an additional 0.4.
He had some amazing drives.
Oh gosh, so you're way down there then. What's your handicap at right now?
23.4.
And you started at a
27.4. So it's 4 full strokes.
Yeah, nobody's touching that. Okay. So I was a little bit bummed when I heard that you guys had gone out, and I had some FOMO because my last round was not good. And as you're aware, I was having some major issues with the lefts. I had some terrible lefts going on, and I was losing everything very far left. And not just driver, like irons, everything. And being a cerebral guy, I've been thinking about why that is and trying to just kind of move my body through motions to try and figure out what's going on. And I think I had figured it out over the weekend, but I wanted to test it out, and I didn't want to go to St. George with bad swing thoughts going on. And so I was like, if there's any way I can squeeze in around this morning, I'm going to do it. So I went as soon as I could get away this morning, went up to our course. They sent me out the back 9. I was playing all alone to a wide open course. It only took me an hour and 15 minutes to get around.
I love those rounds where you're going to just kind of go as fast as you want, but you're not trying to go fast. You just naturally do.
Yep, and I was
love those.
dialed. So without going into too much technical detail, the issue, again, goes back to the neck. You ready for this, Cody?
Mm-hmm.
To protect my neck, I have been reducing the amount of body turn to prevent my shoulders from torquing too badly.
Because it's been a pain point for you for
It has
years.
been. Now the pain is gone, but what it ended up doing is it has made my swing kind of armsy. Does that make sense? That the arms are doing a little more of the work and the body turn is doing less of the work.
Yeah.
And so the swing thought that I was working on involves taking my left arm and locking it really hard against my body so that I can feel the connection between arm and body, and then focusing on just making a full turn. And it helped tremendously, but it took me a little while to get the feel of it. So the driver exaggerates this more than any other club. It's less forgiving when it comes to that. And so the driver was not great today, but I've got my scorecard right here. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Opening hole off the back 9, hole 10, bogey. Hole 11, bogey. Hole 12, bogey. Hole 13. Are you sensing a a pattern
That's
here?
okay, because last week
No,
it
it's
was
fine.
double bogey, double bogey, double
Hole
bogey.
and speak
Double,
of
double,
which,
double, double.
hole 13 is that beautiful par 3, probably
Yeah.
my favorite course on it. And the tee box today from the Blues was the Blacks. It was so far back there. It was like 165, 170 yard shot to a pin tucked far left. And so I took a 7-iron and just went after it and got a little toey and ended up short right. And it took me a while to find it, but the lie was awful because it was so wet out there today. So I double bogeyed that hole today. Just a difficult putt. So I went again, bogey, 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 double bogey. Then I get to the par 5 at the top. Par.
Oh, nice.
Par 3, par. The par 4 nemesis hole, the most horrible hole in the game of golf.
Yeah.
Par.
Oh.
The incredibly long par 5 up the hill, which again, the tee boxes, I was 6 feet from the fence. Like there were 6 feet, and in the 6 feet between me and the fence, they had crammed the black tees. So they had the black
Yeah, it was the same
tees
when we went. Yeah.
3 feet, and then me. And that hole is impossibly far. I nailed a drive and missed it slightly right. It plugged into the hill. It was embedded into the hill. So I had to pull it out of the ground. It's a miracle I found it. I had to pull it out of the ground, dropped it back in the rough, hit a 5-wood, squeaker, put it up there by the 150. So squeaker, I caught him full, and I'm still only at the 150 marker.
Wow.
I hit one of the most pure 8-irons I've hit in a long time. Rolled up onto the green, 2-putt par.
Awesome.
Nice.
So parred that, and then the last hole, I hit the only fairway of the day, and it plugged in the fairway again, and I had to dig it out from where the 150 marker is. Hit another really nice 8-iron, rolled up on there, hit a really not great lag putt, and then just snaked in an 8-footer for par.
Wow.
So I finished with 4 pars in a row. For those keeping score, that is a 41.
Awesome. That's good. You've been looking for a score like that for a while.
I have, and I've not put it into the GIN app. So I'm going to put it in right now. It's not going to touch Cody,
Real quick,
but maybe it'll put me down a bit.
you mentioned that your lefts was because of your neck. Has that fully recovered at this point? Are you out 100% back to normal?
I think the neck, I would have told you yes the day before yesterday, but I was at an activity with some youths yesterday, and we played big ball volleyball. They hurt. I mean, that's all above your head action looking up, and I was hurting really bad when I got home last night. And so I will say that it's nothing compared to what it was pre-surgery. I won't say that it's back yet. The swing certainly isn't back yet, but there's hope.
Okay. I have some thoughts, but I want to save it for when we do our sim episode.
Okay, so let me put this into my GIN app.
While you're pulling that up, now you said that you only hit one fairway on the day.
Yeah,
And you posted some awesome scores. Did you feel like you were scrambling, or were you just off enough that it didn't really matter too much?
None of them put me dead. And I think if I'd been on the front, it would have been a much worse score because I was enough out that the trees would have got me, but there's nothing on the back really that'll get you too bad. I was dangerously close to the water on my nightmare hole. Another 5 feet and it would have been unplayable, but it held up in the rough just fine, and I was able to get over it. So that wasn't a major problem. So I wasn't way out of position, but I will tell you that I felt like I made some chips and putts that I might not have deserved.
Oh, okay.
So
When you're playing well, you're playing well.
Yeah, so it felt a little duct tapey, but there was certainly that moment on the par 5 when I parred that par 5. That was a momentum swing, and I felt like, okay, if I can par this hole with how far this thing is, I'm not that far off. I've got to be close, and the swings thought finally kind of kicked in there, and the rest of the round was good.
Nice.
Excellent. So let's see what this does for you.
I don't know if it's going to do anything, but it's not going to make me go up. The only problem with this is putting this in is going to make a 45 drop off, which is nice. but it does so at the expense of I'm going to lose my 81 over our trip, which is going to suck.
Can I just say
Back.
how excited I am for this trip? I have been looking forward to it quite a bit.
Can I tell you something while John Paul's entering this in?
Yeah, please do.
My wrist started hurting yesterday.
Oh, no.
Like, I couldn't even, like, grip something. And I was like, no, not right before the golf trip. Don't do it. So I, like, have been icing it and wrapping it and, like, resting it. And this morning, it feels perfectly fine.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, oh, thank goodness.
All right. I went down to an 18.3. Differential on that round was a 17.7. That was a good round. Done. So I will end our competition at an 18.3. My lowest of the year was a 17.8.
So here's a question just for you. I'll put it in as an 18.3. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, your handicap won't update until tomorrow.
It wouldn't matter. I'm not there anyway.
I'm not arguing over the win. I'm just saying.
Why aren't you happy for me?
I am.
He's not happy for me, Eric.
How am I not happy for you? I was just teasing you about that. That means, I know you're scared about losing your 81, but I don't know, man. Like, if you say you've figured out some things, and you say your putting sounds like it was much better today than it has been in recent rounds.
Yeah.
Do you remember when the last time we went together? So, yeah, last week, and you're like, I have one thought. I want to make sure that my putts, I don't want to be shy with my putter.
Mm-hmm.
And no, that was 2 rounds ago that we went together.
That was 2 rounds ago.
And you were short or low on every single hole.
Yep.
And then last week we went, it was much better. How do you feel like did your putting save you today a bit? Do you feel, or?
It did, and I have to say pace on the putting was nails. It was really, really good, particularly long lag putts. My reads weren't as good today as they were when we were scrambling last week. There were a few of them that if I'd had the read right, they would have been tap-ins. And I still had little 4-foot knee knockers, to finish off pars. Luckily, they were dropping today, which was great. So, as far as it goes, let's do the math on this.
I've got it pulled up here. Now,
Okay.
First off, I want to say I am quite happy that none of us went up.
I went up and then went back down.
That's okay. At the net score, after all is said and done, we have all made significant progress. So, John Paul, I had you starting at a 21.9 with a current of 18.3 with a difference of 3.6.
Oh, man, that was closer than I thought.
Eric, I had you at a 31.5, currently at a 30.4 with a difference of 1.1. And I started at a 27.4 and ended at a 23.4, a difference of 4.
Okay. That's pretty clear cut. Now, for fun, will you do a piece of math for me?
Yeah.
What was my starting handicap?
21.9.
So if I hadn't had neck surgery, I'd have edged you out.
I thought you ended at 17.9 in your history.
17.8.
It went down to 0.8?
Yeah. That's the lowest I got was a 17.8.
So if you would have...
I'd have got you at 4.1.
So here's a question then. So theoretically, if you say if you didn't have your neck surgery,
well,
you think you would have maintained?
I think if I hadn't needed neck surgery, I probably would have been fine. It's easy for me to say, if I hadn't had neck surgery, I would have done that. If I hadn't had neck surgery, I'd also be a cripple by now and unable to swing a club in any fashion. But if
I started golfing when I was 12.
I started golfing when I was 12. So, I mean, it's a moot point.
Socks off both of you.
But if you were to broadly say, when we say, hey, the lowest handicap, I got to the lowest handicap and I would have beat you, but we're interpreting it as lowest handicap today, and that would be you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that is the thing about I've been watching. Let me start that over. It's an interesting thought because I look online, I follow the golf subreddit a little bit and read kind of posts about people, and there's other golf podcasts that we listen to, and handicaps going up and down is a very normal occurrence, and it seems like the one that matters the most is where you're currently at. So Yes, you were at a 17.8, but now you're at 18.3. What do we got to do to get you back to the 17.8 and lower?
Well, that's what I say. I'm on a good trajectory. Really, it's gonna be getting that handsy swing gone, because it's not gone. It's I know it now. I've diagnosed it. The treatment plan is going to take a while.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about where my game was if Monday with Eric was any indicator. And I do agree. We talked in our last episode how about there's some things I need to improve. I still need a guider, and that's something that I'll work on during the off season. But my irons have been really well. My chipping has been okay, and putting, it's getting them all together in one round. And we've said from the beginning of this whole show, John Paul, we called you Mr. Consistency, because that's one thing that you're really good at. And, Eric and I, that's something that we're trying to be more consistent at. And Eric has made vast improvement in that in the past, several months.
And I'm going to say that I think on that note, I'm glad that you won. I will reveal now that I've lost that my plan was to absolve you guys from having to buy me a club, because I don't need one. So I was kind of hoping I'd edge it out at the end, but I did not, in the hopes that Eric would be able to afford a 52.
Oh, I can afford it. I'm fine.
You said that you're like, if I win, give me money towards a rangefinder.
but
And I was like, that is the most boring thing on the planet.
I don't need one. I can live with my rangefinder. Changing my rangefinder isn't going to improve my game. It'll improve my quality of life slightly, but it's not going to take strokes off. But I will say I'm happy that it wasn't me that won it in that regard. But I don't think, Cody, you're the most improved golfer this year.
Really?
No, I think Eric is more improved than you are.
Okay.
I will say that I'm still very inconsistent with my chipping. I'm a lot better than I was, but I'm not able to get it to stop the way I want it to. So next year, that's a big focus. The other thing that I really want to focus on in this off season is putting, because I lose it every year and I have to figure it out all over again. I just lose the feel completely, and I don't know how we do that, but I would be interested to see your guys' thoughts on how we keep that through the sim season.
I don't think that there's a solution. I've been thinking about this a great deal.
Because it's like within 4 feet, I'm pretty good. But it's the longer putts.
Yeah.
I have a little putting practice that's about 4 feet, so I can practice that all winter. So that's why I'm fine at those distances. But anything outside that, I'm like, I don't know, just give it a whack and see what it does.
see how close. Now, I'm reminded of a conversation, John Paul, that we had in one of our early episodes of the podcast, where we talk about how we feel like we're better golfers than our handicaps display. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
And about how when we made the transition from, hey, I'm going to take another mulligan, or I'm going to drop another ball, to we're going to follow the rules of golf. And we're going to see where that makes us land.
Yeah.
In that regard, I will absolutely say that Eric's vast improvement is not reflective in his handicap score.
Yeah, I don't think his scores indicate the total improvement in his game. And it's a situation where I think, Eric, you still have some issues with chipping. I think there's still some mild directional issues with your things. But if I were to go back a year ago, the issue was like making contact, like the number of cold tops, the number, right?
Yeah, I'd hit it so thin and nearly kill people. I had very little confidence behind a chip.
Yeah, and even like approach shots with wedges, like there were a lot of duffed approach shots that just skidded along the ground a short period of time. It isn't that those shots, they all happen to us all sometimes, but I feel like the number of them is way lower. It just hasn't reached a scoring threshold for you that it's showing in your score.
That's
you
true.
Look way different golfing. I will also say on your note, Cody, when you were saying I don't feel like it belongs to that, during the first part of my round, I told you I opened with 3 straight bogeys and a double bogey.
Yeah.
On those 3 straight bogeys, I burned the edge on the par saves. on all. I was close. So it isn't like I was in danger of making doubles or triples on those holes. But I will say that I do a lot of visualization. I don't know if you guys do this. Do you ever sit in bed and like pretend to play our course trying to fall asleep or something?
Yeah.
You kind of walk through the holes.
Wait, did Eric just say yes?
Yes, I do.
You've asked this question before, and he said, "Oh, I definitely don't do that."
Yeah, I've actually started planning out some of the stuff.
I
on the
love
course.
it.
Yes.
Real quick, I just have to say, look at that view.
I know, it's
just so
spectacular.
glorious.
Folks, if you are listening to us from anywhere abroad and you haven't had a chance to come to the kind of western part of Utah, just come out. Find a nice day. Do a drive. It's spectacular. It's so beautiful. There's clouds and they're fluffy. And
then we have these mountains and the tops of them. It's still fall, and so the tips of them have snow on them. But then it goes down into the foothills and it's melted, and it's just a beautiful sight. I love it when it's this.
Come on
It's
out and
magnificent.
dig yourself some Wonderstone.
yeah, there's a Wonderstone
The
quarry.
quarry
out
is
here.
not too far from here.
It's very pretty stuff. So going back to what I was saying, I felt today like what I would visualize on the course and what I actually pulled off were very different from one another.
Oh,
And it makes me realize I have an 18.3 handicap. That's not a bad handicap. I'm pretty happy with that handicap. In my mind, I'm way better,
Yeah.
but my execution just isn't there. I deserve the handicap that I have. Like
Yeah.
I miss putts that I should make. I screw up chips that I should hit. My drive should be in the fairway, and they just miss the fairway by a little bit. And the difference between a bogey and a par is an inch. It's an inch, right? And I don't have that inch yet.
Right, but also, you carded a 41 today, you said?
Yeah.
So, say it's an 82, say an 84 for the extra strokes because 18 is a little bit harder.
Yeah.
That is 6 strokes better than bogey golf.
I know.
So that's
when
what
I
I'm
sync it up, it works great, but consistently, again.
No, but again, that's what I'm saying is that like 6 strokes under bogey golf, and we're happy with bogey golf for the most part.
yeah.
And so it's just getting more of those rounds where we're under, because the handicap is supposed to be representative of what you will score, your best scores 20% of the time.
Yeah.
So it's not even half. It's not even like your average score. It's what's the lowest you'll score 20% of the time, and the average of those.
Okay, good to know.
Where do you get 20%?
I read it online because someone said it, and I believed them.
It's 8 out of your last. It's the average of the last 8 of your 20 most recent rounds.
I don't think it's an average. It's a weighted score.
I don't know. I think I've done the math on it. I think it's simpler than you're making it sound. You're making it sound
If
much
you
more
work on the
forgiving
US
than it is.
Gin app, please send us a message about how it's weighted.
Or if you have a podcast called Demystifying Gin, please let us know.
Oh, that'll be like 1 million episodes.
But I do want to address, I would love to put to bed the fact that you have now put this competition away and that Eric's handicap is going down, which is an excellent thing. Can we now put to bed the myth that the app just likes me better? If it liked me better, I would have won.
But I like it. It's a fun joke.
I know it's a fun joke.
Yeah, but the problem is Cody puts the same score in as you, and yours goes down and his goes up. It seems ruddy mysterious.
I'll take ruddy mysterious. I just don't. I don't feel like I'm being favored because there are times where I've like a 41. I got 0.2 out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not.
Well,
that's
and-
not a lot.
But that's
No, it's
what's
not.
going to happen though. The lower your handicap, the better rounds, impact less.
Yeah.
And that's why we said, like Eric, we've told you all season long, you are one crazy burner round away from taking us to the cleaners. And I still believe that.
I think
this
next
weekend
year
is
I'll be able to do it.
I don't
better.
know. This weekend could be a chance for do it. Monday was a good practice round. We're feeling good. Let's go and score low.
All
There's
right.
no pressure.
Okay.
This is just for fun.
We are on our way down to St. George. Cody, what is the plan for the remainder of today?
Oh, we're going to be stuck in a car talking. Just kidding. Once we make our way down to St. George, I think, need to go and after we're, watered and fed and all that stuff and got our sunlight for the day.
What are we, horses?
Why are you skipping this critical issue of watering and feeding? That's one of the
it's an
great
important
joys of
step,
any
Eric.
trip.
It is. But I think we need to go find that golf store. Eric is after some clubs. I'm after some clubs. It's always fun to look around.
So are we buying you your club before the round or at the end?
I think we should get it today.
I
if we
figured
can get
today.
it today,
Okay.
let's get it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I wanted clarification.
In kind of preparation for this, I didn't know if John Paul was going to eke me out or not, but I knew it would be close looking at the scores.
Curses. No, I'm just kidding.
But just in case, I did do some kind of planning and preparation of what am I going to get?
You're getting a 52 with an S grind?
No, 58.
With an S?
Well,
Wait, I
What?
thought you hate your 52.
no, I love
He loves
my
his 52.
52.
The 52 is the
Oh,
My
wow.
Callaway.
52 is my Callaway Jaws. My 56 right now is the Kirtland Signature, and it's okay. It's
Okay.
not great. It's okay. But I went through a whole bunch of those wedge selector tools from Callaway and Titleist for Vokey and all that stuff, and they all recommended 58 S grind.
I think you should try it at the store before deciding, because personally, I've done those exact things, and I've done them 3 or 4 times, and every time it's oh, you should try this, and it's not necessarily the same thing every time.
And so, but I did want to bring something up to you guys. This is a little bit of a tangent because I do need a 58 because I don't have a lot of loft close to greenside.
Yeah, no, you need the 58.
I have a problem from 80 to 110 out. I have a gap wedge. It goes 80 yards. So is that a club issue or
No.
is it a swing issue?
It's a technique issue.
Because I swing it the same as all of my other clubs.
There is no club that you're going to be able to put in your bag that's going to fix that.
But you think a 58 is needed for the loft to get out of the sand?
Here's what I think we should do. I think when we get down to the golf store, we need to get your 45-degree wedge out of your bag and bring it in.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because they've got that sim bay in there, right? So we're going to be hunting for wedges. We'll hunt for wedges. We'll take your wedge over, and then hit a few. Let's hit a few balls with that 45 and see if we can fix it. Because I legitimately think it has to do with your. I don't want to say swing plane because it isn't swing plane, but you have got to get way steeper on that club.
I don't think it's steeper. I hit plenty steep that I go right under the ball. That's the problem.
So
If anything, maybe some less shaft lean.
no, what I'm saying is that the low point of your swing is exactly at the ball, and you're coming into it really shallow. That's why you go under it. You need to have your bottom of path, so the bottom of your swing has to be about 2 or 3 inches in front of the ball, and you need to be hitting down on that ball with that. You're scooping it underneath, and that's why you can't get it to go anywhere. You need to be striking down on it. So it means with that club, maybe we need to put it back in your stance just a hair, and you need to kind of work on visualizing hitting down on it. And I think it's something that happens to all golfers. You have to trust the loft of that club to do the work.
Ball compression is something that I would love to be able to do. That is not a skill I've ever had in my bag on any club.
Right. So this is the perfect opportunity to begin working.
And we'll see.
On
I don't know.
ball
I don't know if I
compression.
want to take it into the store with me. Maybe when we go, we're going to show up early for our round tomorrow on the range.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll do it then.
But no, get the 58, man. The 58 is going to save you so
I
many
just
more
wanted to
strokes.
bring it up just in case. So golf store tonight. We'll find somewhere good to eat and everything. Tomorrow.
Wait. No, back up. This is more important. Tonight, I need pizza.
Oh,
Okay.
I think pizza's the play. So we need to begin as soon as we're done recording this.
No.
Doing
No,
some
I don't
research.
think you guys understand. I need pizza.
I looked up
Ever
some
since our
places.
pizza chat, I had to sit there and edit that episode, and I was listening to all of our talk about crust. I happened to be starving while I was doing that. I was like, this image of this big New York slice of pizza in my hand with cheese dripping off of it going into my mouth. I was like, okay, no, I must have pizza. It's important to me. I don't think I can move on to any other food until I've taken care of this need.
Are you after good pizza or just I just want pizza from any pizza joint?
No, let's find someplace local.
Oh, I know a good place. It is only local in St. George. It's in their historic downtown area, and it is good.
Do they have draft root beer?
I don't think so. But
Because
I don't know.
was looking for places in St. George that has that, and there's apparently a brewery. It didn't say that they had root beer specifically. They had other beverages. So it might be worth looking into. It might not be. I don't know. Just a thought.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
some delicious, delightful pizza is going to have to be the play tonight.
Okay.
And I figured we would faff around in the hotel, and we've got our switches, and we can talk about it.
Yep.
But I think what will be most interesting. So here's kind of the plan for the next couple of days, which I think is the exciting part.
Okay, go on to tomorrow. What are
Tomorrow,
we doing tomorrow?
we've got a 9-hole round at Dixie Red Hills
Yes.
that is nestled in some red hills.
Yes.
Is this a full, or is it an executive? Is it a par 3 or?
I'm not exactly sure, but it's a 9-hole course.
Okay.
And then I can't remember the name of the next course.
For our listeners, just so that you know, some of the reasons why we're not golfing some of the premier locations down there is because the PGA Tour is actually coming down to St. George next week. And so as a result, one of the major resorts is closed down here. Black Desert. It's closed right now. And so all the traffic has kind of been eaten up, and it's also fall break, so there's 1 million people down here. We were just unable to secure another tee time at a quality 18-hole course, and so we were looking for some quality 9-hole courses.
Well, it's actually even dumber than that. So Eric and I were looking at courses when we knew we couldn't do Black Desert, and we were a little bit late at booking kind of some of the other ones, and we're like, let's try something new. And Eric had sent me Dixie Red Hills, and I looked at their website, and I was like, oh, that's a muni owned by the city of St. George? It's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's play there. I went to go book it, and there were only 9-hole options, and I'm like, why is there only 9 holes? What's going on? I didn't realize it was a 9-hole course. So I booked it.
I'm no snob. I like 9
I'm not
holes.
either, but then I was like, but we want to play a little bit more. So I also booked us 9 at Southgate Golf Course, which is another city-owned course. Going to be nice.
Same day?
Yeah, same day, after lunch.
Is there enough time for us to get between these courses?
Yeah, because our Dixie Red Hills is at like 9:10.
Ooh.
And then our Southgate round is at 12:50.
Oh, yeah. 12:50 is fine. For some reason, I had it in my head. It was like around noon.
No.
We need to water and feed ourselves.
Yes, we do. And then on Saturday, we're going and playing Sky Mountain twice.
Yes.
9 in the morning and then full 18 in the afternoon.
I've told a few people who have played Sky Mountain that we're going to play Sky Mountain, and they have all drooled when I've said that we're going there. So apparently it's quite good.
Oh, awesome. I mean, there's plenty of good courses around St. George, Mesquite, and that whole surrounding area. So I don't think we can really go wrong. I'm just excited that we're going to be playing, 27 plus 18, 45 holes of golf in 2 days.
Well, and then again, don't discount the fact that on the way back, on the last day of our trip, we are well equipped for some desert golf. To go out into the weeds. I've got the birdie balls here, and I've got some really manky old clubs. I actually brought my small Sunday bag to keep those all in, so we can trudge out into the desert and play a little bit off course, and that could be fun as well.
What day would that be?
Sunday.
Sunday with our Sunday bag?
Yeah, Sunday with the Sunday bag.
Perfect.
I love it.
Can I switch things up for a little bit for this next segment? I want to talk, now that we're on a road trip, I feel like it's appropriate for a segment I'm calling Pit Stop Picks.
Uh-oh. Do we need to pull over, Cody? We just started.
No, I'm good.
You and your small bladder.
And I just wanted to ask you guys, when you go on a road trip, how do you kick things off? Like, what do you do to make sure that you have adequate snacks? Are you a grocery store guy? Are you a gas station guy? Do you run to a fast food? What is the right play to properly kick off a road trip?
So growing up, we had a tradition that we'd always hit the gas station right just before we leave. So we'd always get something from the gas station. And it was like, my family was not super well off. We were we conserved very well with our money.
So it was like a treat.
It was a treat. And it was all, so what we would get, my twin brother and I would get a Sobe. We used to love the old Sobeys.
Oh, yeah. Remember the strawberry daiquiri flavor?
Yes, and there was one called like the Dragon or something like that.
Yeah,
that was really good.
The orange carrot one.
Yeah, I loved those. and then they went away. And so we would get mucho mango, the Arizona mucho mango. I didn't pick one up this time, but I should have. But yeah, that was my traditional beverage to have.
Okay. What about you, John Paul?
So this is a sticking point in my in my otherwise blissful marriage life.
Oh, jeez. Where's this going?
My wife and I both grew up in a lower economic class than we currently have. We have much more money than either of our families had growing up. And so Rachel probably they had more kids and took more trips and they were very frugal people. And so she likes packing snacks. So we've got this green kind of, you've seen it, the green picnic basket.
Yeah.
And she will load that sucker with everything that could possibly be good on a road trip. So cheeses and nuts and snacks and things of that nature. And that's great, and it's wonderful. And she has these big thermoses that she fills with beverages, and will refill them from time to time. I am a hardcore gas station guy. I figure it's a road trip. The cost of snacks is more expensive in one of those gas stations, but it's vacation. I don't count that as an unreasonable expenditure. I like getting a big, ridiculous, tall soda, way more than any human being should drink in a single sitting, and maybe some grossly overpriced jerky. Every once in a while, I'll splurge on a Hostess snack cake of some kind.
Ooh,
My
what is your
goodness,
snack cake
the
of
price
choice?
sorry, I just have to say, the price of jerky is incredible.
It's ridiculous.
It's like $20 for a bookmark.
Yeah, it's almost like they had to source the meat from some rare goat in the Andes and hunt them by hand. I don't know what makes jerky.
It's sprinkled
beef
with
that you
gold.
put in a dehydrator. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
You were asking about my Hostess cake of choice.
Yes.
I sort of dig a ho-ho, but I also love like the pies, like a chocolate pie or a vanilla pie.
Yeah, I like the pies.
Those are
I'm
money.
also I could do a zinger as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Zinger
I don't know if I've
Fantasy
ever had their pie.
Oh my gosh, the pies are good.
Hand pies, they're great.
Hand pies are good. So that's what I kind of like, and luckily my wife will allow me to do it. But the problem with this is, and the reason why this creates marital stress, is because I buy all of this crap in the gas station, and she's
she
already
packs
got
all-
an entire picnic basket, and so we both kill ourselves eating on trips because there's just way too much food.
So by the time you get to the hotel room, you're
We're
just
like,
dead.
Should we get dinner? No. I'm good.
No, I'm good.
What about you,
Cody?
Cody?
Yeah, so I'm also a gas station guy, and I will say the quality of gas stations over the years I feel has gone up quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, Maverick in particular.
Maverick is pretty good. Did you know that we're getting a Buc-ee's?
What's a Buc-ee's?
So it's kind of like a ginormous gas station with, 50 plus pumps.
Oh, when you say
and-
we, who's we?
Utah.
Oh, just
Where are they putting it?
I think it's somewhere in the valley, Salt Lake Valley.
Okay.
okay. That
but-
narrows it down.
But if they're growing out there, then that means that they could grow in other places.
Well, I mean, where we live, it's near a freeway that has nothing between us and miles of nothing. So it would be a good place to have one as well.
It would be.
It would.
I think we could honestly do with a second Maverick in town
We
because
could.
the traffic on our Maverick is absurd.
It's true.
Yeah, we have one
need
other
more
gas
pumps.
station. Well, maybe two, but they're both terrible.
But I also think that one of my favorite go-to snacks for a road trip is some Ritz crackers with some spray cheese. And I know that John Paul loves spray cheese in the car.
I have a story. Do I need to tell the story?
Absolutely.
I think he lined you right up for
My
it.
good friend, one of my best friends growing up, Wes, he called me one day. This is back when I was just starting out college, and he was just starting out college and had been accepted to USC, which is awesome. And so he called me on Friday night, and he said, "Hey, listen, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Well, I got work tomorrow." And I had just gotten a brand new job. And he was like, I need your help with something. I was like, "Sure, what do you need, man?" And he's like, "I need you to drive to LA with me tonight." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, I can't drive alone, and I've got to get there by tomorrow to get my apartment. We're just going to have to drive through the night, and I'll fall asleep if I do it by myself. And I was like, well, my boss is going to be real happy with this life choice, but let's go. So we hopped in his car, and he had just got a brand new car to take down to college. It wasn't brand new, but it was brand new to him. And it was hot. Like it was a Volkswagen Jetta.
Nice.
But it was
okay.
it was a turbo, I believe.
What year?
I don't know. It was maybe an 01 or 02.
And what year was this happening?
You're really testing me. Probably 2003, maybe.
Okay, so
it was relatively new
Just a
car.
couple of years old.
And it was a manual transmission, and that car's fast. I mean, it was a nice car to drive. And we probably, I shouldn't admit this on air, but we probably averaged about 100 miles an hour. That's an
Nice.
average going down there. But I was like, hey, man, I need some snacks. I got to stop. And he's like, all right, well, we need gas, but we got to be fast, so hurry. And I come out of the gas station with a box of Triscuits and a can of squeezed cheese. And he's like, no, man, you are not eating that in my brand new car. And I was like, what? I'm hungry. And he's like, you'll get crumbs everywhere. I was like, no, it'll be fine. I'll be careful. It's okay. And he's like, whatever, just don't make a mess. And so we're on this long road trip. I'm sitting in the passenger seat. He's driving. And I kind of dozed off and fell asleep for a little while. And I woke up and I was a little peckish. So I was looking around to see if there was something snackable. And I looked down by my foot. And while I had been asleep, I had accidentally depressed the nozzle of my cheese can with my foot. And I created a mountain of cheese on top of my foot on the floor of his car.
It's the Leaning Tower of Cheese.
And I was like, Wes, we got to pull over. We have a cheese emergency. He's like, what did you do? I was like, don't worry about it. Just pull over. So we made it. I ended up buying him new floor mats for his new car because I ruined his floor mat completely with my cheese. So I never go on a road trip without squeezed cheese without thinking about Wes.
And you know what the problem
The
with squeeze
cheese
cheese? If it
disaster.
did that to the floor mats, what is that doing to the insides of our bodies?
Our stomachs have acid. They're fine.
Yeah. Your stomach replaces itself like every couple of months. It's okay.
It's fine. But squeezed cheese is like basically like an epoxy, man.
A delicious
it's
epoxy.
so delicious, though.
You know what? I'm working on a model of the Enterprise G right now, and I'm looking for something to fill in the cracks between the pieces that I had to glue together. That might not be a bad option.
Yeah, that might be it.
Hey, I'm glad you brought up the Enterprise, John Paul, because I want to transition here, and I have a question for you guys. I have a new segment for us that I think could be recurring.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's called Nerdy Round Versus.
Nerdy Round Versus.
Now, I don't know, Eric, did you take a look at the notes for the
No,
show?
I didn't.
Oh, okay. Did you, John Paul?
I noticed that you had notes because I was editing quite late
Yeah.
last night.
So I'll run through. We're not going to do every scenario today. I think this is a recurring segment that we should have over time. And the idea is that we've got two, science fiction, sci-fi, or, fictional characters
Mm-hmm.
going one-on-one in a golf round.
In a golf round
In
specifically.
a golf round.
Okay.
And they're playing match play. And I just want to talk through together the high points and low points of kind of how we think that round is going to shake out.
Okay, let's do one and see how it,
Yeah.
and we'll save future ones. So you've got
Exactly.
an idea of somebody to go against.
Yes. So the very first pairing that I have is Data from Star Trek
Mm-hmm.
versus the Joker from Batman.
Are you serious? And this is in golf?
Yes.
Data's going to just wipe the floor with the Joker.
You're assuming that everyone's going to play by the rules.
No. I am not. Data is super, super, super strong and is a machine that can recreate the exact precision that he wants to every time. Sorry.
I don't think it'll be as much of a blowout as Eric thinks it is. However, I am also going to give Data the edge on this one.
That was my initial thinking.
Okay,
But
justify it the other way then. Go for it.
the only reason why I even give the Joker a slight amount of chance is that he's never going to play fair.
Mm-hmm.
So how many times does he swap out Data's ball with a fake ball? Or how many times Does he,
He's
try
not going
and
to
pull
swap it out with a
he-
fake ball. He's going to swap it out with a hand grenade.
But the thing is, Data has really good eyes. He's going to notice every minute detail. He won't let it happen.
You're telling me that you've never seen an episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation where Data has been confused?
Okay, but here's the deal.
But like, have you seen when they play poker and everything, and Riker tries to do magic and stuff like that, sleight of hand? He fails every time. Data knows exactly what's going on. He's too quick to pull one over on.
I think Data, I don't know. I like Data as a golfer because I think he's going to do it really well. I think the Joker relies heavily on mind games and intimidation. And Data is the one creature that is completely
Impervious
immune.
to
Completely immune to that.
We're going to say emotions chipped, turned on.
I don't know. Watching Nemesis and everything that happened in Picard, I think they retconned that. I don't think he had it anymore.
You think that never happened?
Yeah, I think they just pretended that didn't happen. They made a minor reference to it in First Contact, and they never talked about it again. And in Nemesis, it's clearly not on.
So
Yeah,
hey,
I agree.
here I want to talk about this because my initial inkling was kind of like, oh yeah, Data all day. So the underlying theme here between these pairings is order versus chaos.
So are you thinking that Joker is just going to get a bunch of school kids, tie a bomb to him, and be like, you're going to let me win or I'm going to kill these kids, and Data's just going to let him do it?
Seems like something he'd do.
It does.
Some moral thing. So here's what I want to do, though. I want each of us to make an argument on why the Data would win, and then instead of like a debate where you have a stance, you also need to come up with the inverse of why the Joker would win, and we'll decide together the best arguments out of both.
I will tell you that I think that this would make a phenomenal short in SNL.
Or
I would pay good money to watch Data versus the Joker.
Or Bridge Crew or whatever it is, the animated
Are you talking about Lower Decks?
Lower Decks. That's what I meant. Yeah. That would be a great Lower Decks.
So Eric, you've kind of given your thoughts of Data all day without any hesitation.
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Like I said, you have those machines that you can attach a club to, and they'll just hit the same shot over and over again. Data has that, but he also has the algorithms in his mind to be able to adjust for wind, for different lie angles and everything. He's going to be able to reproduce his swing perfectly every single time, and he's also extremely strong. He'll be able to drive the green pretty much every time. And then, like seeing the distance from the hole, he'll be able to do the calculations on how strong he needs to do it. Like he just has all of that built in. He is the ultimate golfing machine.
I think that Data would play textbook golf, where he would understand, okay, I'm going to hit driver off the tee, I'm going to hit my iron shot next, I'm going to hit my putt, and I'm going to two putt.
Yeah.
I think he is going to play an even par round as considered a perfect golf game for him.
Okay.
He could play better.
I'm going to... Do you want me to go on Data?
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Data is going to show up on the first tee and subsequently let everybody who's playing with them, I don't know if it's just the two or if it's four, whatever, he's going to say that he spent some time analyzing the swings of like the top 300 golfers that have ever lived, and he's going to adjust his style based on the hole on whichever golfer he think would be most successful statistically, which means I'm going to play this hole with Scotty Scheffler's drive and Ben Hogan's approach and Arnie's putting, and he can perfectly emulate all of those given the data available to him.
And you know what he's going to wear? He's going to be wearing those shorts with those super long socks.
Yep,
and
he totally
the baggy
is,
shorts
and a goofy hat.
The goofy hat. He will show up dressed up
He
just
will,
like
he
that.
will absolutely. I thought that this was the appropriate attire.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm seeing that happening, and I think Data wins the day. But I have the Joker argument. You want me to kick off the Joker argument?
Absolutely.
Data shows up dressed in knickers and his goofy hat with clubs from the golden age of golfing and looks at the Joker in confusion, thinking that they're playing St. Andrews in the 1920s on the holodeck, And the Joker is letting him know, no, we're playing, Bethpage Black in 2025, and he's got an entire bag full of non-conforming clubs.
He's got that
And
driver
balls.
that driver that uses
Yes, he's got
bullet shells.
the bullet shell driver and the zippy wedges and all of the non-conforming clubs, and Data's got like a mashie and a spoon. And I think you're right. I think shenanigans with the ball ensue, shenanigans with the tee
Swapping out
ensue.
scorecards
But
for
in-
different papers.
But in the end, he's going to. In the end, Data's going to say, I scored a 58 course record on this thing, and Joker's just going to say I scored a 57. And Data's going to say that's patently inaccurate. And he's like, it's a gentleman's game. I said it's a 57. It's a 57. And that's what he's going to do, and that's how the Joker will win.
He's going to look at the history of golfers and be like, well, dang.
Well, darn it. Guy says that's his score, then I guess that's his score.
Yeah. I do also agree that I think Data wins it hands all, especially if there's any sort of, course officials around or anything like that. I do think that the Joker will do his best to make things incredibly annoying for Data. And that's why I say if he had emotions, then that doesn't matter. But, he struggled a bit with that emotions chip on.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny that they, we're just going to say that never happened.
They totally did. They backed off that so bad.
It's so funny.
You know what would have been a fun pairing as well is Data versus K2SO.
That would be a lot of fun to watch. Do
I've
you know
got-
what your chances of winning this are? They're low. They're very low. I am looking at the GPS right now on our road trip, and we still have 3 hours and 22 minutes of travel time, provided that Eric continues to abide by the laws of the road. And based on the slowpoke in front of us, that looks likely. And so to kill some time, we're going to kick it over to Cody for another interesting segment.
This segment is called Classic Hollywood Monster Showdown. And I was thinking about this because it's October, we're going on our fall golf trip. This episode will be released right around Halloween.
Ooh, spooky.
Spooky.
Or as my kid used to say, smooky.
And so I just wanted us to riff on the question in a round of golf, out of the classic Hollywood monsters, who do you think fares best in a round?
Okay, so we need to first make the list of the classic Hollywood monsters.
Yes. In terms of classic Hollywood monsters, what comes to my mind is Frankenstein, Dracula, the Mummy, Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon. That's all I came up with. Are there any additions that should be added onto here?
The Blob.
The Blob. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty comprehensive.
Dr.
I
Jekyll
mean-
and Mr. Hyde.
I mean, those are like, oh yeah, okay.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Jekyll and Hyde.
We've
that's a
already
good one.
golfed with him. We know how he'd do.
Jekyll, Hyde, Hyde, Jekyll.
That's Cody when his driver's not working. He's Jekyll Hyde. He's super happy on a hole, and then he just furious.
Oh, I thought you were talking about yourself.
So I was trying to think, like, where do we draw the line? Because, like, Alien might be a xenomorph might be a good addition,
I
as
am
well as
not-
Predator.
I am not getting on a golf course with a xenomorph.
But
It's never happening.
those are kind of like franchised creatures versus, like,
No.
Dracula and
no classic Hollywood monsters. That's
Well, and
not-
what counts as a monster? Because if you think about the Harry Potter universe, they have got dryads, they got dragons, there's a lot that could go on there.
I think that those are all contemporary. I think in order to count as a classic Hollywood monster, it must have had a classic Hollywood monster movie made sometime in the 1940s
a black and
50s.
white?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's the criteria.
Swamp Thing.
Okay, so let's start at the bottom. I think the Mummy sucks.
Oh yeah, he's not going to be able to get any power.
Always getting turned around and
I would say in the same vein, zombies.
Yeah, zombies.
Oh, yeah.
Zombies will be pretty low.
could you imagine going up for a driver shot? The zombie's going to square up, bring their arms back and swing around, and the club and their arms are going to go flying towards the fairway.
Yeah, it's not going to be pretty.
Do you know what I would do if I were in a foursome with a mummy? is every time I hit something, I'd like walk up to him and like use the wrappings to clean my club.
Oh, jeez. I thought you were going to say that like when he was walking away, you'd step on his wrappings so
Yeah,
that
and
he'd
I
get
just
stuck.
every time I'd be like, cheers.
Are you my mummy? Yeah, I need to
Oh,
clean my
dear.
ball. Come over here for a sec. Yeah, that would be hilarious.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that they're playing very well. So let's maybe do like a S tier, A, B, C, D. I'm good. I would call the Mummy. I agree with John Paul's the Mummy and Zombies as like D tier.
Yeah, pretty
All right.
low.
Who are our C tier golfers?
I'd say Swamp Thing.
Yeah, he's gonna have a hard time gripping the club.
Yeah, it's going to be he's going to be strong. So he'll be able to get the ball places, but his clubs are just going to go slipping through his hands.
That having been said, with my history around the golf course, I think the Swamp Thing could be a powerful playing partner because you'd never lose a ball in the water.
Right?
You
hit
would
it
just go get it.
exactly.
That's true.
Something to be said for that.
And you hate losing balls in the
I
water.
do indeed.
Unless he hits one in on
Hey,
purpose.
hey, do you know what? If he goes into that one hole, my nemesis hole, like literally, I could get up to like 20 of my golf balls back. There's
Yeah.
so many of my golf balls at the bottom of that lake.
You wouldn't want him anymore.
Now, any more C tier golfers?
Werewolves would probably also they'd have power, but
I think
not
the
control.
werewolves are B tier.
I put
think
them
they're
as a
better.
B. I think that Frankenstein's monster is borderline B or C.
Just because he's
Yeah.
so rigid.
Now, I want to put an image in your head, though, just to think about for a moment, because the 1950s classic Frankenstein monster is pretty lumbering,
Yes.
I think, by nature. Boris Karloff kind of. And so if you're doing that, I'm down with B. But if you're familiar with the history of Frankenstein's monster, it was an incredible human being that was put together, essentially, from just a magnificent
Specimen.
body, a specimen of a body. I had this image the moment we started thinking about it of like a Scotty Scheffler Frankenstein with like the two bolts poking out of his neck, like this huge man. And so I don't know.
One arm of Tiger
So I'm
Woods.
going to go Boris Karloff as a B tier, but I'm going to go Scotty Scheffler Frankenstein as an A tier, and I would really like to see that.
Okay, I could go with that. Maybe, we need to hit him up with the hashtag Scotty Scheffler Halloween costume as Frankenstein.
Yeah,
There you go.
That'd be great.
come on, man.
I could go with that. I also put Wolfman in the B tier.
Yeah.
I think that, their short game is probably where they will struggle the most.
Mhm.
But I think that they could probably have a fairly athletic swing and be just fine.
Do you know who I think would be a sneaky B tier golfer?
Who's
The
that?
bride of Frankenstein. I can see her with her hair and like one of those little pink skirts, just running around on
Skirts?
cart golf. Yeah, playing from the forward tee. She's gonna be good.
All right.
I could see that.
Yeah. I put Dracula as an A tier.
Yeah, I could see Dracula.
I think he's my winner. Actually, I think he takes the day.
Just
I
because
think,
they're just good at everything.
I think Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde might be a sleeper because he could hide it up for long drives, but then Dr.
Jekyll.
Jekyll would be the one that would handle the putts and short game, and it'd basically be the best of two putters.
Hyde
or
just,
two,
Hyde just
golfers.
smashes the ball, and then Jekyll finishes it off.
Yeah, they swap it
So,
up.
I mean, in Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, he doesn't necessarily have great control
It
over
depends
switching
on which
between
one
the-
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did you ever see the Looney Tunes cartoon with him where he just like instantly switches back and forth?
Oh, yeah, that
my
was
gosh,
so
that's
good.
what
There
you
we go.
need. That's what you need. That I like that Jekyll Hyde.
I mean,
combo.
that's reminiscent of like, a Bruce Banner. All right, Hulk, drive it out there. Oh, nope, I'm Bruce. I'm going to chip it on and put it
Yeah.
in.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think I like that.
Give me your arguments on why you have Dracula as your winner.
Vampires are just athletically good, and even if they're not good, like
They'll have so much experience for years and years and years.
yeah, like they've been practicing for a long time.
I think they would dress the part too.
Yeah.
They'd be a sharp dressed golfer.
Do you know what I would love to
Although-
see though? Is I would love to see after the tee shot on a long par 5, like him hit it and go put the club in his bag and then bat and just and turn into a bat and fly to the green.
Although,
Hilarious.
argument against him, they'd only be able to play night rounds and only on full on like
Oh.
moonlit nights
I had
because the
not
other one would
thought
be
of
too
that.
dark.
Night golf.
How funny would that be, though? Because it'd be like, all right, Wolfman, let us play on the ground. Oh, full moon tonight. I have the advantage.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, get him in the morning round, and when he gets to the 18th hole, the sun rises.
No.
No, gotta finish quick. We gotta go.
What about ghosts? I would say that falls into that category, but that one would be a tough one because how do you know? Like, would they be able to hit the ball very strong? I don't know. They could cheat a whole lot because you wouldn't be able to see what they're doing.
They just become friends with the puttergeist.
Yes,
You know, it's
exactly.
Rumor has it there are some courses in Scotland where there's supposed to be ghosts who golf some of the courses over there.
That's fun.
If you were stuck on a golf course for eternity, what else would you do?
Yeah.
I totally would. If I were playing an early morning round and there was a spectral figure on the 8th green finishing up a putt that clearly only had an upper torso, that might cure me of my golf addiction.
Really?
Oh, that.
I would
no,
just ask him who's buying drinks.
Is that what it is? Do you mind if I play through?
If,
That's a little insensitive.
if they're spending their time playing golf, it's probably someone that you could get along with at some rudimentary level.
Yeah.
Ask him
Sure.
where to get the best sausage roll is if this is over in England.
You know who'd be really good? Loch Ness. I bet he's a great golfer.
You think
Nessie?
Nessie's a good golfer?
He's got it in his blood.
Nessie for the win.
I
Okay.
can see that. Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's good.
it's fun.
All right. Are we ready for this next thing?
What
Let's
you
do
got
it.
for us, John Paul? Oh no.
Yes. So,
Oh,
my
jeez.
co-worker, who's a good friend, for my half birthday, put on a big, huge party. and
Wait. Hold on. Half birthday?
Okay, so I always take my birthday off of work. It's one of my traditions. So I'm never at my school on my birthday. And this really bothers her because they don't get to do some embarrassing party for me. And so my half birthday was a couple weeks ago, and she put on a show. Like, she decorated my office with half inflated balloons. She took a half birthday or a happy birthday banner and cut the bottom letter off of, or the bottom half off of each letter, so it was half of a happy birthday banner. Like, the lunch ladies gave me half a cake. They directed the student body to sing the happy birthday song, and they counted the number of syllables in it and stopped exactly halfway through it. Like, it was an event. But she bought me a bag full of things because it was my half birthday that she knows I'm particularly not fond of, and one of them happens to be pickles. And she's bought me the Sour Punch Gummy Bites Pickle Roulette. And so inside this bag, there are some sour gummies, and there are green apple ones, lemon lime ones, watermelon ones, and then a few of them are flavored like pickle. And it's a kind of a dare thing that you're supposed to eat these and try not to get a pickle. So I thought it would be fun on the road trip that we're each going to take turns eating one of them and then reviewing them until somebody gets a pickle, and then they will lose. And the punishment for losing is obviously having to eat the pickle-flavored
Said
gummy.
pickle.
This is reminiscent of like some Birdie Bott's flavor
Yeah, that's what I was
beans or
thinking.
something.
Yes. So
Speaking of that, while you open it,
are you game? Are you all ready for
Oh,
this?
yeah. I'm ready
Can I
for
tell
it.
you a secret?
Yes.
I think I would probably prefer the pickle to the
Yeah.
sour candy.
pickle sounds pretty good.
I'm not a huge sour candy person.
Well, in that case, I am probably at the greatest disadvantage here because I'm throwing up a little in the back of my mouth just thinking about
But
a pickle
if I get a
flavored
pickle,
gummy.
yeah, if I get a pickle, I'm not going to lie about it. I'm not going to be like, "Oh, that was good."
That was
I'll let you know
delicious.
if it was a pickle. If you get a pickle, you're out,
I
right?
kind of get the impression from the packaging and the look on the cartoon pickle's face that it's supposed to be pretty unpleasant.
Well, while you're opening that bag, I do need to talk a little bit about pickles because I like pickles. But it was either last holiday season or the year before, John Paul, your wife and her sister get together and like to bake and make pies and cookies and all sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
They made pies around Thanksgiving,
Yes.
and one of the pies that they made was a pickle pie.
Ew.
Yes.
I am not a fan.
Yeah, that
No,
sounds gross.
I think you're the only person who ate a slice of that.
I ate a slice and I finished it, not to be rude. It was tough.
Yeah.
I can imagine. That does not sound pleasant.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
Give me a piece. I'll go.
All right. Eric, are you ready?
I'm ready for
Okay.
it.
Picking at random. They are all exactly the same colors. There's no
no
prior
telling.
indication.
What about do we get a smell, or is this just a bite? Just a bite.
You got to throw it in. Okay, Eric went first. Wait. Don't go yet, Cody. Wait for Eric to finish. What flavor do you think you got there?
It's hard to say without tasting the others, but I think that may have been pickle or lemon.
Okay.
Surprise! They're
Might
all
have
pickle.
been right off the top.
They're all pickle. Surprise!
Oh, gosh.
Okay, I'm gonna give this a go. It's not pickle. Wait. Maybe I'm getting what Eric's getting. There is like the slightest hint of pickle, but I think it might be from being in the same bag as the pickle flavored.
Okay, so it's
candies.
either green apple or lemon lime
That was
or watermelon
I got
or
a
pickle.
I got a green apple, but it had that like vinegary pickle tang.
So you're reckoning you might have had a lemon lime with a little pickle?
Yeah.
So I think you're
I'm the
screwed
only
either
one.
way, John Paul.
I'm the only one who's like scared of this.
I think you're going to lose no matter what because there's a little pickle in all of them.
Well, now I want to try one that's full pickle. John Paul.
Oh,
You got the pickle?
that is horrible. Oh, where's my drink?
Was that pure pickle?
Oh my gosh. It's like eating a freaking pickle. It's awful.
Well, now I want to try one.
Oh, no, that's terrible.
Well, now Cody and I will go until we get a...
we'll keep going until we find a pickle.
Oh, that is so nasty.
Well, you got a 33% shot, apparently.
Oh, no. What are the odds that I'd be the first one to...
Well, if you don't like the pickle at all, like even the regular flavors have a little hint of it, so you probably wouldn't have liked any of them.
That was a green apple.
I
Was green
lose.
apple?
I lose that challenge. That was terrible. The first one I picked up clearly, obviously pickle flavored.
That one is what are the choices? It's not green apple.
Lemon.
Watermelon.
Lime.
That was a watermelon.
I want a watermelon one. Okay, I'm gonna need another one here. If
It's
another
another
pickle,
pickle.
I'm gonna be mad.
It's all pickles. Eric and I are just messing with you. They're actually all
No.
pickle.
This is not pickle. I see what you mean though. It has a little tinge of pickle.
Yeah.
This is lemon lime.
Okay, not bad.
Thank you.
Eric's up for round number 3.
You have to
Oh,
keep
my
going.
gosh.
Did you get one?
I did.
It's unbelievably bad, isn't
It's so bad.
it? It's awful.
It does not taste like a real pickle. It's so bad.
Oh no!
This is good news because he's
Oh.
driving at speed, so he can't escape and spit it out.
Oh my gosh, it's so bad.
That means I'm the winner.
Oh,
I don't have to try this, but I'm going to anyway.
You need to go until you get a pickle one. You need to understand the pain.
oh, man, that was bad.
Nope,
I'm eating another one.
That's another watermelon.
I'm gonna eat a race car to wash out the flavor.
You mind if I keep going until I find a
Keep
pickle?
going. Find a pickle. You need to know how bad they were.
Thanks for that. That was fun.
There we go.
Nasty,
There we
huh?
go.
So nasty.
It's like a sour pickle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's awful.
Yeah, it's not good.
No,
It's like my least favorite thing.
here.
Like
Take this back. So I need to get a better taste in my mouth.
Thank you for playing gross pickle roulette.
Not a fan.
So yeah, what's your review of the flavor of the treats? The lemon was okay.
I thought green apple was pretty good.
Green apple was pretty good.
I would give the watermelon one that I had a 5 out of... No, I give it a 4 out of 10.
Okay.
I give the pickle a solid -1.
It was bad. Like it wasn't. There was no redeeming quality about it. It didn't even taste good.
Awful.
I guess that's why it's roulette. You don't. They wanted to make sure you didn't want it.
All right, listeners, thank you so much for joining us on our crazy road trip. We apologize for any background noise or strange sounds. It's been an adventure. We hope that you have enjoyed this episode of For the Record, and we will be back with more content, licking our wounds post-trip to let you know how everything has gone. But until then, we hope that you are having as much fun as we are. Have a fabulous day.